My platform is primarily about having a big family, but also about being a survivor of domestic violence. So I just want to let you guys know, because I know a lot of you guys follow me for my DV and all the things that came with that, like Jordan and everything, that if you hate Taylor, you probably would hate me too. If you haven't been through DV, you just wouldn't understand, but what you can do is you can actually educate yourself on the things like reactive abuse and DARVO, which I'm sure you've heard all about because I keep seeing videos about it. And if you still choose not to believe that, just look at how the video was released. A lot of you guys want to say that that it was public record and TMZ got it through the court documents, whatever, you know. You guys, Tate, the child's father, couldn't even get a hold of that video. Like, he tried so many times to get a hold of that video and he could not get a hold of that video. What makes you think that TMZ would have an easier time getting a hold of that video than the child's father? Let alone the video was released on their son's birthday. Like, how narcissistic is that? That's crazy. I was physically and mentally abused by my ex, and I'm telling you right now, mental abuse is worse. For me, it was 100 times worse, and I think it's very obvious that Dakota is mentally abusing Taylor. Like, 100%. All I know is that Dakota is a giant man. Taylor is this tiny little girl. Dakota could have left the house. Like, he could have ran out the door. That's what I used to do. When my ex was abusing me, I literally would take off and run. You know, the reason why I ended up going to jail that one time was because my ex, the neighbors saw my ex, I was huge and pregnant. They saw him take my hoodie and yank me inside because I was trying to run out the door. Like, imagine how easy it would have been for Dakota to just leave. Also, if he knew that Indy was right there, all he had to do was go into a different room. Like, he's doing it on purpose. He doesn't give a about those kids. He doesn't. And most DV survivors have little to no evidence of what they've actually been through. You know how many times I could have pulled out my phone, but I didn't because I was literally fighting for my life? I was literally only thinking about how I can escape or like what I can do to de-escalate the situation. Or I was out of my mind acting crazy like Taylor. I mean, I never threw a chair or anything like with my kid around, but I definitely have done things that are questionable that I wish I could take back for sure. On top of the reactive abuse that was going on, she, correct me if I'm wrong, but she was also wasted. Have you guys ever been drunk out of your mind? Like, have you ever done something that you really regret? It obviously wasn't in the right state of mind with drinking, but also with the abuse that she was going through and being reactive. Macy said in that interview that Dakota purposely sabotages anything and everything that could be going good for Taylor, and I completely see that. And if you can't see that, then you're freaking crazy. Because Macy is also a DV survivor. So if she doesn't come out with a statement supporting Taylor, I'm going to be really upset. If you're one of the people that are making her life harder right now and something ends up happening, because I don't know how she's strong enough to get through this. If something ends up happening, I hope you guys feel really freaking bad, because you guys are making everything way, way worse. Like, she's already struggling, clearly. Like, why are you just like feeding off this drama? Also, I could be completely wrong, but for some reason I have like this feeling that maybe all those phone calls that she made to Dakota after filming, maybe it was because he was threatening to release the video.